Al-Sufian Assalam. Please, 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 if you want to know rather than believe, I need you to believe and click on live section and tap in to the first live of the Divine Truth. This is Divine Truth as the first live, opening the foundation to the populace and the people. In future lives, there will be a StreamYard link for interaction and for understanding, not for disrespect or for cursing others, but only for respect and anti-ignorance is this platform a representative of, which is knowledge and wisdom on the divine mind. So, and this goes with our actions. Once you click on the live, you'll see about honor is what people call the Most High. It's called honor. And in order to live a full life, you need to love truth and honor. And these understandings will mature and help you to grow up and know how the universe works, the mechanics of the laws, knowing who and what you are, also what existence is, and most importantly, Allah, God. So this is our time. Subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. Subscribe to stay alive. To live an everlasting life. Subscribe, subscribe. This is the opening of the Divine Truth. Now, the Divine Truth is not to hurt anyone. The Divine Truth is for love and for truth lovers, and who do not want to worship ignorance. Instead, they rather reject ignorance. That is what this channel and this movement is for. All humanity to be free and fair, supported by divine law, and return your divine name that represents that divine law. And we got to spread as evil spread it is evil. We spread the name. So now it's in the name, not the game. So we got to know we are the Al-Sufians. Al is all. All is Al. All Sufians. Sufians is not a place, a physical place. Al-Sufian is a spiritual place of divine minds. And Al-Sufian and all Sufians can go anywhere on any land and be themselves. But if you are like myself, raised, born, and have your whole descendant nature line from the Americas all the way to its ancient connection through descendant nature, are Al-Sufians. Al-Sufians. This is the way of the divine. And we call the divine Allah and Allah God. Allah is our divine pronunciation of the language without the English. So, but we have our Sufian language and we have Sufian English. So we have all the authorities and powers and laws to make ourselves fit and suitable as a comprehensive system of law based upon equality that has never been as it has ever been. When we say make America Al-Sufian again, this is our movement and divine mission. So now let's start with descendant nature. I mentioned descendant nature. So let's start with descendant nature. When it comes to physical things, there's always two at the base for fundamental physics, and it's two or more for complex. The more numbers, the more complex. So now all people come from two people. The first people are Murabba. This is our divine name on the land of the people of America. Murabba. And we cover that on the land by saying Al-Sufian, which has to do with our mind connected to our nature. But we left the system for all minds to become divine, like our nature, which everybody could not become part of that descendant nature. So we made a descendant mind where you can raise and grow to a divine mind of the descendant divine holy nature. So Murabba'a, how did we become Murabba'a? From our first father of America, Abraham, not Abraham Lincoln. Abraham. Abraham is where we get the word Murabba'a. Abraham was Murabba'a. So all that you have heard about biblical stories, narratives, and concepts pertaining to Abraham, Abraham is your first father and the founder of America. And all the people who understood this was part of this as one family. Tribes was a part of the one family of Al-Sufian. It didn't matter what tribe. All tribes agreed to the name Al-Sufian. So Al-Sufian is the name that our first father gave the name of the way that we follow. It's called Al-Sufian. Now the people who is opposite of the other physical nature, that represent Maraba'a, represents all indigenous people that can rap and tap. All indigenous people. Then you got non-indigenous people that don't look like indigenous people who are not Maraba'a, Al-Sufian. That is the people that we call Atlantean. This is their oldest nationality. Atlantean. Atlantean is what we consider albinos. Albinos is what the English term is for white people. So two people existed, and they existed in two different total places. One in a tropical region full of sun, the other one in a cold region full of ice. So the people that is white as ice are Atlanteans, and the people who are indigenous are Moraba'a. And once you get the knowledge of self, you become a Al-Sufian. So from the Al-Sufian and the Atlantean, you get all the races in between. So out of white and black, everybody who is mixed is from the white and the black. So the white know about these indigenous first civilization that was so civilized as indigenous people they couldn't believe it. And that who is called Moraba'a. And so that whole science and mathematics was left behind as Al-Sufian, as the way of we take divinity and physical and integrate them as one state of being. So nothing was neglected, all was equal. So that is the pure nationality of all peoples. So Mexicans, Arabians, Guatemalans, especially in Americanos, these are mixes between Maraba'a, Al-Sufian, and the Atlantean. That's the white people today. So that is the divine truth where we need to start and begin. Now, the white people copied what they seen when they invaded the land. So when they invaded the land back in the day, it was to do exactly what we experiencing in the 21st century of 2025. Now you would say things like Christianity, Judaism, and Islam is Abrahamic religions. And the reason they are called Abrahamic religions is because these are copies. These are forgeries, not copies. These are forgeries and alterations and modifications of the original Abraham. of Maraba'ah. And this is what has been a war to keep away from us understanding this divine truth. This divine truth is what they using to rule over cities, states, on federal levels down to your local level. So this is why everything is based upon those who rule is based upon some connection to God. But they have no connection to God. That's why the world is not better. The world is more evil. Only thing that got better is that your privacy is destroyed through technology. And so now you have better technology, but you have less privacy. And that's because of the wrong way. So the Atlanteans, they swore to put out the way, which we call the divine, the way of the divine. So they hate and have a hatred for the divine, to put the divine out anywhere that the divine is on the land. And so that's why America has got wiped out to the point you don't know what I'm saying with these words, and you know things like Christ, and you know things like Christ was before Abraham. So these things come from races, nationalities, species that are not yours, but invaded your own because they was jealous. So the whole concept of that part of the jealous God is these Arctic people from the ice. That's what you call in Atlantis, but now you call it Antarctica. So understand, these are the people who came from those regions and started coming onto indigenous lands, conquering, using sorcery and magic. Sped up today is technology of religion and language. We didn't call our, on the land of America, we didn't call what we did a religion. We called it the way. The way. And then later date, that's where you hear the way of life. The way of life and truth. And this is what Jesus re-spoke, that he followed the way, the life, and the truth. And these are all names in the Al-Sufian as names of your divine creator. So all Americans, all American Indians, all American Moorish, all American Hebrew, we are all one under the divine name of the Al-Sufian. So we need to take any form of hatred out. It needs to be nothing but love and peace and truth and purity for justice for all of us. So all scholarship from our people we love. All our people we love. So we want to get the best parts of our people and bring them to KOS Al-Sufian 610 CE. Because this is how long our descendant nature, called our ancestors, have been connected to the true and living divine creator. And we, as their descendants, have a right and we have the divine right of use prescribed to us by divine law. So, not to hold you any longer, please drop your comments, anything you want to say. It's unity time. UNITY. Al-Sufian, Al-Sufian, As-Salam, Salam, Sufian.